I'm a shotgun rider, cruise through the country, maybe pulling all-nighter. Every little body needs a Clyde decider. Come on, baby, be my shotgun rider.
All right, let's get back here on the first Monday after the season has started. Tradition with the team, first travel, the newcomers have to get up on the front of the bus.
That's right. First edition of in-season skip scoop here, which means, yes, we have kind of a fun tradition when we travel on the bus. The first-timers have to get up on the bus, in front of the bus, and they just basically tell a little bit about themselves. They tell their name, but there's a catch with that, Kyle, because they have to tell their full name. Check this out, and it always draws a nice, humorous reaction from the guys.
My name is Ricardo Manuel Alfonso Jr. I'm from Barrington, Illinois.
I'm Samuel John Travis.
I'm William Gregory Nolden. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana.
How you guys doing? Kyle Joseph Schwarber from Middletown, Ohio.
I'm Chris Soika from Chicago, Illinois. Christopher James Soika.
My name Timothy Mark O'Connor. From Cincinnati, Ohio.
What high school did you go to?
Elder High School.
I'm Luke Michael Harrison.
Kyle Patrick Hart from Cincinnati, Ohio.
Roger Lee Rodehaver II. Brewston Mills, West Virginia.
And then they do the whole name thing, and then they kind of, I guess, want to show off. I don't even want to use the word talent, but I think they want to show off their talent. And, Dylan Dooney got them started with the California Girls thing, and I really kind of questioned some of our guys a little bit. And but you can see that this must be a popular song amongst our guys in the team. And so here's some talent that they're showing off here.
California girls were undeniable. Daisy Dukes bikinis on top. Sun kiss face. You make her such a glow.
I'm someone like you. I wish nothing but the best for you. To love, forgive me. I remember you said sometimes it lasts in love, but sometimes it hurts instead. Don't stop believing. Oh, what do I feel? People.
There's go and let this wide world know. The Purple Panthers fight, so fight team, fight.
Not only singing talent, we got a backwoods man, Kyle Hart.
Well, Kyle is kind of our guy that likes to live in the woods and the trees and hang out in tree stands and things. And I guess when you're in a tree stand for a long time and you create things to do, and one of his things to do is call turkeys, I guess. So this is a first. Check this out.
We did play some baseball this weekend, and a pretty good performance by the Hoosiers. 2-1 on the weekend. The Big Ten ties the Big East 15 games apiece, so not good, not bad, but it's in the middle.
Yeah, big kiss the sister there. Well, it was a fun weekend of baseball because I think most people were in the same situation we were, which was really trying to find out what we've got. If you've looked at our roster, skip scoopers out there, we're young, and we were excited as a coaching staff to kind of get some guys out there in a competitive situation and see what we have. And honestly, it was a lot of fun because I thought the guys really competed well, and the young guys who've never played a college baseball game before, really had some strong performances. And I'm looking forward to it. If we can stay healthy, I think there were a lot of good things that came out of this weekend. But yeah, as you said, you're trying to learn about your team, but to pick up a couple wins along the way the first weekend is definitely a plus and something to build on as we head to Lane this weekend.
Yeah, you got pretty lucky with the weather. There was supposed to be rain in the forecast, but once the game started, Indiana, no delays, got to play straight games all the way through.
Yeah, I mean the first night it rained down there, but it was warm, so I'm not complaining. And we ran into a really good pitcher. UConn threw out a guy that was one of their was their top arm, and a really good guy. Great test for us. It was a very challenging scenario, but I even though we got shut out the first night, I felt good about it. I thought we played solid baseball, and that's the thing about this sport. If you do that, and we knew we had Joey coming back, Donato coming back on Saturday, and he gave a regular Joey Donato performance, I guess. Another shutout 6 innings for him. So solid. I was pleased overall. I was pleased because we not only learned about our team, but also picked up some wins.
Certainly some good pitching performance out of the pen as well. Matt Dearden comes to mind quickly for me. 4 innings. I think he let up 1 hit, no runs in his 2 appearances. Before we took off for St. Pete, we had a basketball game, special announcement, Bart Kaufman, the naming rights to the new field.
Yeah, that was nice because we've had a lot of questions here on Skip Scoop. You guys are very perceptive out there. You know what's going on. And, the official announcement came last Wednesday before the home basketball game, actually at halftime of the home basketball game. And take a look here. They even put us up on the video board there and announced it in front of 17,000 plus. And Mr. Kaufman was there on hand, and the president and Fred Glass out there on the floor. And it was the official announcement of the Bart Kaufman Field that we will be playing on in 2013.
Bart Kaufman Field.
Questions? Should we do questions, Kyle?
May as well. We got a question about Kaufman Field, so let's get right into it.
Yep. I had a question before about the new facility having an impact on recruiting, but what kind of an impact will it have on you, your staff, and your players development-wise? And what is included in the stadium? Great question. This comes from Brock. Brock, I've been saying this all along. I think the biggest impact our guys are going to feel, you're going to get the sense of professionalism, because right now we're so spread out, with what we do, that it takes a long time for our guys to actually get a workout in because they're driving here, changing here, showering. It's just logistically not real conducive for workouts. So I think the immediate thing our guys are going to see is that it's one-stop shopping. I'm going to pull in there, I'm going to change, I'm going to work out, I'm going to shower, I'm going to study, I'm going to do whatever. So I think that's going to be certainly a plus for the coaches. It's going to allow us more contact with our guys. Our offices are in Assembly Hall. Our kids' locker room is on the total other end of Assembly Hall. And one of the things that we miss is just that daily interaction with our guys. So, while it's going to be nice for fans and watching a game, the purpose it's going to serve for us is we're going to have a lot more contact with our players. We like that. They may not like that, but we like it. Some of the things are going to be in it. The weight room we're not going to have a weight room in there because of the new big giant, Kyle, correct me if I'm wrong, largest weight room in the country.
That's correct.
There in North End Zone. But we will have another auxiliary office in there, training room, team lounge, equipment room, all that stuff will be in there. So hitting facility, which I think you'll notice immediately because the hitting facility, real cool thing, is going to be in play down the left field line. It's going to be a really sharp feature. But great question, Brock.
Beautiful new shining press box as well, I believe.
Well, I figured leave it up to the media guys to bring up the press box. That has no impact whatsoever on us, but Kyle, he will be spoiled too, so take my word for it. This comes from Scott from Oxford. Seems like Scott.
Scott from Dartown, he's made a little move.
He's always, First weekend in the books, I'm sure you saw some things you liked and some things you need to work on. As I addressed before, saw a lot of things that we liked. One of the things I do think, Scott, that we need to work on is defensively. We gave up a couple big innings and kicked it around. We're much better than that defensively, and I think that's just something once the guys settle in and get outside. We practice on turf. They go outside and they're playing on a diamond. There is a little adjustment period, but that's probably the biggest thing for us is just working on defensively, taking care of the baseball. Second part of his question here, Kyle, near and dear to you and I both. Who is your favorite to win the Idol?
You received some bad news this morning.
Well, yeah. Honestly, I was going to say John Kaiser, the guy, I think he's a waiter or something down in Florida. Jennifer Lopez really liked him, and then you informed me, Kyle, that I didn't have a chance. I didn't have a chance to catch up on my DVR. And then you tell me that he's not even in the top what?
Not in the top 42.
And honestly, he was my pick to win it. So I think American Idol's got it wrong. I really do. Last question. This comes from Jeff from Wolcott. We have seen Rusty, and of course he's referring to Rusty, our equipment manager, on the show, and some of the benefits the players get with being an IU athlete. I was wondering if there's a limit to the number of visits each player gets to Rusty or the limit on apparel. Yes, the NCAA has limitations on that and what kids can get, but no, our kids are not hurting for game apparel, practice apparel, things that they use on a daily basis. I would just say this: if the guys treat Rusty with respect and dignity, he's probably more apt to see them more. So that's one guy you want to be close to as the equipment manager. But Rusty does a fantastic job with our guys, and I know we've talked about it on here before. What an awesome Adidas contract we have, and the guys are certainly taken care of. But thanks for your question there, Jeff. Shall we get to pictures?
Let's do it.
You go down south, and it's always fun to see the new families and people are joining the IU baseball program. But take a look here. You got the Soika family made the trip all the way from Chicago, and got Chris there in the middle with mom, dad, and brother, and it looks like future sister-in-law, I think, if I remember correctly. But you can see there, that's a field we played on there the last day, and Chris's dad, Bill, here again. Now, that's not his real hair. Sporting that little do right there. I'm not sure which part that looks like. That was at the first park we played. Al Lang Stadium. And keeping with the Florida kind of little beach theme here is a real good friend of mine, Steve Sandy. We were college teammates. He's been very supportive of Indiana baseball, and he actually made the trip down with his two sons, Will and Pierce, and you can see they're standing there on the beach. We got to get Will. We had a question about the Adidas stuff. We got to get Will up to speed on. I use an Adidas school.
Got to get that sweatshirt off.
Get that sweatshirt off, Will.
Maybe we can get him in contact with Rusty.
Yeah, well, maybe take a little trip there to Rusty. But again, folks, first edition of Skip Scoop, always interesting, but we're going to keep coming in season, and look forward to reporting back to you after the weekend series at Tulane. So thanks again for joining us. See you next week.